Background music and ambience brought to you in part by Midnight Syndicate. Music for the imagination and the perfect musical accompaniment for the Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
In a world that is not what it seems, and where people are not who they appear to be, where puns run rampant through the streets, and it's hard to tell who the real monsters are. Three heroes fight to keep the world of Euphrae from ripping apart, and to keep Tim and Terry from getting even more screwed. Now, let's join the Sir Thadeus Trebilcock, the wild magic sorcerer, Malphaedor, the fallen Aasimar Oathbreaker, and the half-satyr, half-halfling bard, Mc Nastly, as they band together in their enduring pursuit of A Fool's Quest.
3 months have passed since the reclamation of Maraxi's tower and the disbandment of Whisper's forces. Am I a real quest slinger, leader of GAG-ME for the West Division, tasked the Tavir Division of GAG-ME to question and investigate Whisper's old recruits. A few were arrested and taken to...
You wrote this shit.
I know.
Cheddar?
No. Okay, this makes sense.
To jail?
A few were
Fucking
arrested.
Gotham?
A few were arrested and taken to satisfy outstanding boundaries.
Oh.
Bounties. That's what I keep fucking reading
Words.
wrong. Bounties.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Like the better picker-upper, the bounty, the...
At this point, I think I've already fucked it up like 4 times. I'm just going to leave it like this. I obviously can't say this sentence.
Because of outstanding boundaries.
A few were arrested and taken to satisfy outstanding bounties.
They need a new safe word.
Most of Whisper's old recruits were released as they had no outstanding bounties and had committed no foreseeable crimes. And a handful were actually recruited into the guild itself. The portal from Mike's Dive in Cheddar, the capital city of the Dairy Coast, to Maraxi's tower, located on the west side of the Charvosi Desert, is still open and is guarded now by the Cheddar City Guard. Cheddar's judge, Bree Asiago Prezado.
Did we ever find out her name before just now?
No. I'm fairly certain that Nick didn't either. He just Googled 3 cheeses and put that shit there. He's like, I know Brie and Asiago. He's like, what the fuck's a good fancy cheese? Brizago. I literally work in a restaurant that
Brie, Asiago,
I work in a restaurant that sells cheese. I've never heard of that bullshit. I don't know what that is.
The mayor.
Okay. So, Judge Bree decided to keep the portal as top secret, knowing that the idea of a portal into another region would likely cause panic.
That's a fucking good thought there.
The city pays, not Mike, you guys have yet to find out his real name, hush money for him and his staff. The halfling judge has commissioned to GAG-ME to find a way to close the portal, but has not yet found a successful way of completing the task.
I'm trying to think, but nothing happens.
In Derry, Charles Edward Cheese, or Chuck as the fools prefer to call him.
Cheese. Oh my god.
Did you forget about that shit? Getting back to that?
I forgot about that.
Charles Edward Cheese, or Chuck as the fools prefer to call him, now heads the Dairy Coast chapter of GAG-ME. For services rendered, he pardoned Hobbs for his crimes of impersonating a guild member.
Unfortunate.
But recovered the cloak so that it could be placed within Michelangelo's burial casket. He also allowed Hobbs to stay in the GAG-ME headquarters while the Tabaxi's cracked ribs healed.
Oh, so unfortunate.
Chuck placed the other fools on guild leave, releasing them to pursue their own interests over the next 3 months.
Dun, dun,
So, now that we got through that, those 3 paragraphs, which apparently took 45 minutes to read.
Man, I seen a blind man stumble less than that bullshit. That was terrible.
Over the next 3 months, what did you guys do? So let's start with Hobbs first.
Hobbs retired, and he left a note
Retired from fucking what?
from Bing,
Aggravating Ingvald.
from Bing and GAG-Me, obviously. So he retired and left, and he left a note for Ingvald and Malphaedor, and it says, "To my dearest friends, the last few months have been the best of my life, but being that close to death while fighting Whisper, it made me realize there is much of this world I haven't seen. I'm going to head off and see all I can see on my way back to Evandine. I'll be taking my dog Kevin and his guinea pig, the Grand Duke of Evandine, Sir Aloysius Cuthbert III, and his Drake Falcor." What?
Wait, isn't Falcor bigger than the guinea pig?
That doesn't matter. It's Kevin has the guinea pig.
I thought
Guinea
it was
pig has.
the descending size order.
It's a matter of seniority.
It's chronological, obviously.
The guinea pig has more clout.
Higher rank.
I get a T-shirt that says the guinea pig has clout.
I'm also taking most of my belongings. Obviously, I'll take my bow, arrows, and scimitar. I'm also taking my gold. Traveling will be easier with gold. The item I won't be taking is that amulet. It scares me. Be sure to give it to someone that has more experience with magic than I do. I know my leaving will be toughest on Ingvald. We became best friends very quickly, and I'm sure he'll miss me as much as I miss him. Be strong. Perhaps we'll see each other again. If your travels ever bring you to Evandine, be sure to find me. You'll always be welcome in my home. Your brother in battle, Hobbs.
Ingvald has banned Hobbs from all future breweries.
All right.
The pets are allowed.
So Hobbs has retired with his menagerie of animals from adventuring, and he is heading back home. Ingvald, what happened with you for the next 90 days?
After months of questing and decades of touring, the world... Fucking damn it.
You wrote this.
I did write it.
Deep breath,
That was the
deep
first sentence.
Yeah, keep talking shit.
Deep
I
breath.
messed up because I noticed I double spaced somewhere, and it fucking bothered me.
Boundaries or bounties?
This is questing.
He retired and opened up a brewery. The end.
Yeah, he said, "Fuck it,"
And he misses Hobbs.
That's not lied. It's not lied to the
It
people.
says it right there.
After months of questing and decades of touring the world, learning and mastering the craft, Ingvald Porter Altbeers decided to settle himself and ply his trade. Upon returning from battling Whispers, Ingvald collected his pay and separated his funds from the group. Using them to purchase a large building in the center of town, this building was quickly converted into a fully functional brew house and tavern, focused on shipping beer around the Derry coast under the name of the Half Shell Pirate Brewing. In honor of the fallen comrades, Michelangelo and Urk, the brewery also serves a more palatable version of Mikey's favorite turtle delicacy, now called pizza. The name needs work. The brewery works closely with GAG-Me, using them for missions and finding exotic and magical ingredients, as well as making magical brews to heal and relax new recruits. During the first few weeks and months of the brewery's existence, a young, effervescent, and honestly annoying halfling satyr named Mc Nastly has been coming in for drinks and missions. MC is a new member of the Cheddar branch of GAG-Me and has proven himself time and time again as a soldier. Ingvald has grown both to trust and loathe MC. MC draws this ire from almost constantly playing the kazoo. This constant kazoo solo has caused Ingvald to ask the guild to assign him to a group known for its travel, keeping it a little further from the brewery. The group, none other than his former compatriot, Malphaedor.
Thanks.
MC Nastly.
Mc Nastly.
Hey, look, I rolled a 1 on that because I failed.
At the speaky thing. Okay, so IPA retired to shut.
Bullshit.
Get my dice out.
You know,
What were you saying? Couldn't hear you over the explosions.
Nick's gonna put his headphones on for that and fucking die.
Oh my god, my ears are gonna...
I have people listening to the car driving off the road like, oh my god, what was that?
All right. Now that the thunderstorm has abated.
I bet you didn't even hear it.
Oh my god, you should see the spike on the fucking thing. Everybody's microphone at the same time. Goes
He said he turned the sensitivity up on these things. It fucking went off.
I'm like, we don't have to be as close to the microphones now. It picks up more noise. I'm like, whack!
It's like when he used to use those fucking dice the size of my fist.
Yeah, the green giants.
Okay, so Ingvald Porter Altbier has decided to retire to Cheddar and open up a brewery. What was the brewery called? Or the brew pub called?
Half-Shell
The
Pirate.
brewery is called Half-Shell Pirate Brewing.
Half-Shell Pirate Brewing. Okay, sweet. And then Mc Nastly is kazoo.
I'm just going to call
A
it
kazoo
McNasty.
playing halfling satyr and kind of an asshole.
Mc Nastly.
which Ingvald hates. Steamingly.
Ingvald really hates this guy.
More than Hobbs?
Not as much as Hobbs.
But they didn't really adventure together. They weren't spending nights alone.
Hobbs was at least furry and liked to spoon.
Though Ingvald did have the ability to send this man far, far away, whereas
Yeah.
Hobbs, he was not able to do this.
Malphaedor, what did you do over the next 90 days?
Well, the last 3 months for Mal, after defeating Whispers and avenging Michelangelo, Macy, and Urk, Malphaedor returned to Cheddar. His social standing has changed significantly after embracing a new path guided by the fiend within him. The Church of Greyhawk has spurned him, branding him a heretic. He thought little of this until hearing word that there's factions within his former order that might seek him out, either to bring him back into the fold or to send him on his way to his infernal associates. Back at GAG-ME headquarters, Mal found a quiet corner to construct a thoughtful memorial to his fallen comrades. Being a driven and ambitious man, he sought out ways to swing the fates more favorably in his favor. Using contacts acquired through his recent travels, Mal procured a stone of luck from a wealthy and eccentric merchant. It was around this time that Mal discovered that when he summoned his mystical steed, his hippogriff was now black as night with the forparts of a great raven instead of an eagle. It now answers to the name Ravengriff, and together they learned to fly.
Surprise! People are put off a little bit by the Devil Man. Yeah. Who the fuck knew?
Didn't see that coming. Okay, sweet. So, yeah, you turned into an evil.
We have a new
son
band
bitch.
called Devil Man and the Kazoo, and it's great.
He's still not evil. He's more chaotic neutral.
All right, well,
I never
that's
said
fair.
evil, I said devil.
Okay,
And he just looks evil.
That's fair. He's tainted.
So we got a evil-looking angel thing and a halfling satyr mix. Like,
Well, the goat man kind of fits this stereotype.
Oh, I definitely have the goat eyes. I don't know if I reiterated that. Creepy goat eyes. It's there. No one fucking likes them, but they're definitely around.
So when you get scared, you go and pass out.
Oh no, I just buzzed the kazoo again.
Oh, okay.
he's not a fainting goat.
No. I'm a courageous goat, but boy, that kazoo.
His mom had morals.
Okay.
Oh, damn,
Really? Did she now?
Morals come from the dad, honestly. Mom likes goats. She's concerning.
Jesus Christ. All right. Chris, your new character.
I am Sir Thadeus Trebilcock, knighted by the Queen of Yabishi in the Leodric Sea for heroic deeds while ridding the kingdom of an evil lich.
Wait,
Shut up.
so
Now-
wait,
now-
no, wait. You're Trebilcock from the Leodic Sea, and you beat a lick? What the fuck is this?
You got rid of the evil lick.
That hurts.
Please continue.
You might want to restart this one.
I am Sir Thadeus Trebilcock, knighted by the Queen of Yabishi Isle in the Leodric Sea for heroic deeds while ridding the kingdom of an evil lich. The Queen also gifted me a neat set of goggles of the night, which allow me to see in the dark. In my 63 years, I've traveled the breadth of Euphrates, from the giant isles Abago to the marble haven Ligir. I fought alongside mighty heroes and loved beautiful women. I received a letter from my old friend Mason Munster a few months ago asking me to return to Cheddar at my earliest convenience to help guide a new group of GAG-ME recruits. I couldn't exactly say no. I owe the man my life. We were recruits together and were partnered up on almost every mission they sent us on. I wouldn't have my ring of protection if it wasn't for him. On my way back to Cheddar, I spent a few days in Dagana's library on the Isle of Years. I acquired a very interesting item during my stay, a bag of beans. The seller told me if I plant a bean and wait 1 minute, wondrous things would sprout from the earth. Anything from magic mushrooms that would increase my vitality, or even an abandoned pyramid full of treasure. I'm a few days from Cheddar now and have received word of Munster's death. Part of me is tempted to turn around and return to Yabishi. The queen asked if I would stay on as the court mage, but I promised my friend I would return, so I will continue my journey. The last message from GAG-ME explained that I'll be leading a group of relatively new adventurers. Only one in the group is from the original class. They've lost one to death and the others have retired. I'll need to rely on my knowledge of the arcane to ensure I survive what is sure to be my last assignment before I retire. You assholes.
Also, will you play his back when you do? I'm pretty sure he said he's gifted gobbles.
I started to say Google and then corrected it. I hate you guys.
Magical Googles.
I feel like Mr. Whatever your name is, Cock something has
Trebilcock.
Yeah, it has gobbles instead of goggles, and it's fucking great.
Sir Thadeus Trebilcock.
That's great.
Got rid of the lick and got some gobbles. To recap this idiocracy, we've now brought in Malphaedor in evil version. We've got Mc Nastly, the kazoo wielding bard, halfling satyr, and Thadeus Trebilcock, knight of someplace with some queen, who's a mage and was friends with Munster. From killing off Whispers, you guys had Whispers' short sword, which had 6 poison uses left on it. Mal, you had that.
Yes, I have the sword.
On your persons, yep. The amulet of the Well of Many Worlds. Hobbs had that, and he handed it off to Thaddeus. Correct?
Yeah, well, he left it with...
He left it.
Yeah,
Yep.
he left it and said give it to somebody else.
So that handed over to the sorcerer. And what else did we have? We had the Infinite Page of Conjuration, which was the big quest item from Whispers. And I think Mal had that.
Yeah.
And then the Pipes of the Jewelers, which was a wondrous item that allowed you to summon...
A random jeweler.
Yeah. Summon, a random, jeweler from the town who will come appraise gemstones and jewelry and make trades with you for 1 hour and then leave. So you've got 3 charges on these pipes to summon somebody to...
Now, do those 3 charges replenish after a day?
The charges replenish after a week.
A week? Okay.
Yep.
That's fair.
So let's go around real quick. Malphaedor, what other magical items do you currently have equipped or in inventory that are...
Well, let's see. I still have Munster's sword, rind cutter.
I just realized, is that a fucking cheese pun?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I never noticed that it was... I never noticed it was rind cutter. I didn't notice that before.
It's actually a type of cheese knife.
Oh, damn it all. I hate you guys.
I also do have my my shield that I commissioned. I finally have that in my inventory, and the blue dragon scale shield.
The blue dragon scale shield was what now again?
Yeah, resistance to lightning, and it's a +2 bonus to armor class on top of the normal +2 for a shield.
Okay, cool.
So I'm currently riding an armor class of 22, and my list of resistances is growing. Let's see, what else did I pick up? Oh, and the Stone of Good Luck, which I acquired from the merchant, which gives me a +1 bonus to ability checks and saving throws, which I think will be very handy considering Malphaedor's luck.
Absolutely. Also, you still have that cursed helm of heroism.
Yes, the Helm of Heroism, which requires me to tell the helm a heroic story every morning, and if it deems the story worthy, I benefit from a heroism for the remainder of the day. If the helm does not deem me worthy, then I'm pretty much kind of FOD.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't really gotten into that one too much.
No.
Others can tell its stories, though, right? Isn't any story? As long
No,
as
it's about the wearer. It has to be a story
I have
about
to tell
him.
it a heroic story
Okay, so
of
we can lie.
Malphaedor.
It has to be a story. Okay, cool.
Okay, Sir Thaddeus, you have 63 years of adventuring under your belt. What magical items do you have?
The only ones I brought were my Goggles of Night, which gives me dark vision, Ring of Protection, and a bag of beans.
I love bag of beans.
So he's 63 years old, and you said he has 63 years of adventuring. That is hinting the fact that he was born and was like, all right, fuck it, and just went out there and started going.
His mom was mid-adventure, squished him out, and carried on.
He's just like sword in hand, like, let's fuck some shit up, guys.
All right. Yeah, your backstory. MC Nastly. What do you have equipped?
I have a kazoo that gives me +1 to stealth and +1 to intimidation. So upon wielding my kazoo, I can intimidate others a little bit better. And I'm always a little bit quieter. Ironically, for a kazoo. You wouldn't expect it.
No.
I also have a whistling rapier that upon swinging will release a sonic wave, adding to the attack bonus of that as well.
But always makes noise.
Always makes noise.
Always makes noise.
Whenever swung, there is noise, even if I miss.
Yes.
It's rather irritating.
Yes.
Rapier is mostly in my hand. So it swung a lot. I also have a +1 breastplate that gives me a 17 total armor class with that. My backstory overall is I am just kind of seeking to learn as much magic as possible and kind of be a dick along the way.
That's what you aspire to.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I would be so powerful that it doesn't matter how much of an asshole I am.
There you go.
What are you going to do about it?
Right.
Those are some good goals. We are 90 days later. You guys have all been introduced to each other as you're still on leave right now. Thaddeus, you're getting reacquainted with Cheddar. But the rest of you guys have gotten to know each other over the last couple weeks, so you're semi-familiar with each other to some degree. The weather in Cheddar has changed from late summer to late autumn over the last 3 months. That'll happen. Cold fronts passing down from the Ribs Mountain Range threaten early winter. Cheddar is still a bustling melting pot full of people coming and going. A summons was sent out to the three of you asking you to attend an appointment with Chuck after your evening meal.
Okay.
So you guys go.
Go find Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll convene at his office.
In the barracks, you guys are no longer just shacked up in the initiates or the recruits' rooms. You've each been given your own.
Nice. Now, at this point, we're just members of the guild. We're not anything. We don't have any kind of rank or title beyond that. Do we?
Right. Nope. You are standard members. You all have passed the trials and stuff, and you all have capes, which means now you guys can legally act outside of standard state and city law. You supersede judges. You are agents of GAG-ME. With that said, you're expected to uphold a certain level of prestige for GAG-ME, whether you do or don't. I mean, obviously Douche isn't, so you guys do what you want.
I do say what I want. So.
I hate you. Okay, so you guys head down to see Chuck?
Yes.
Charles Edward Cheese stands around a wooden table with a map of Euphrae etched into it. Carnation pink and milky white wax markers indicate different points across the map. Chuck looks to have aged a decade with the responsibilities of his new role, clearly weighing down on him. In his left hand, he holds a scraper for the wax on the table, and on his right, he holds a glass with what looks to have elven wine in it.
Shame it's not beer.
He's half-elf. He's Frenchy. Frenchy. Chuck does not look up to acknowledge your entry, but instead stares contemplatively at the map and begins speaking. A second and third portal have been reported as opening without the ability to be closed. Neither portal appears to be connected to one another, and unlike Cheddar to Maraxi, both these new portals seem to lead to other worlds or dimensions. Neither portal was discovered under the control of Douche's lackeys. And he looks up to make eye contact with each of you before looking back down at the map and pointing down. He says, "The first portal, here, was uncovered in Stone Shield. It's a city in the Emerald Mountains, just 1 week after the Maraxi portal became permanent. The portal was uncovered in a storage closet in the city's main library. Stone Shield is located northwest of the Charvosi Desert, and no one has been recorded entering the portal or coming out of it. The second portal was uncovered 5 weeks later." He again puts his hand down on the map. and says, in a crypt on the island of Thadeus. This was discovered by a city guard that policed the area after hearing reports of strange noises coming from the local royal graveyard. Thadeus is located on the southwest corner of the Ferrison Gulf. One of the city guards entered the portal, but has not yet returned. Am I a Real Questslinger has sent out a team to investigate the first portal. I personally have sent out Mariana and Krista to investigate the second portal. I am awaiting reports from both of them. If you guys remember, Mariana was the ranger from season 1 that helped heal you guys up and kind of showed you around. She was kind of the main contact that was nice to you guys when you first got here. And Krista was the creepy necromancer.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you are a little bit more familiar with them.
I don't recall we ever got her name.
You didn't get her name before, but being here for the last 3 months in the barracks, you guys have learned a little bit more about the guild. So,
what was the name of the first city that the portal opened in the Emerald Mountains?
Stone Shield.
Stone Shield, okay.
So, Chuck continues. In addition to the portals, rumors are still circulating that Temple, the elven sorceress and lieutenant for Douche, is hiding somewhere near Cheddar. What her goals happen to be are unknown to us, but I refuse to let her operate unchecked within such close proximity to our guild. I've asked Tim and Terry to investigate and report back.
Oh, God.
Recent reports lead me to believe that they are close. This leads me to your next assignment. And I wish I could give you more than 3 months of rest, Malphaedor, but alas, I cannot. Charles pulls a book from a satchel that he that rested on a stool next to him. So he sets down his glass of wine and pulls a book from the satchel. He offers it to Thadeus and says, Mal, do you still have the book that you found during your travels? The book called The Horn of Abigail the Wanderer?
Yes, I do.
This book has the same author. And he points down to Thadeus to look over it. Jimyor Johnson Thorkillen wrote both texts. The title of this book is The Unbridled Wrath and the Portal of Mount Obix. It's an anthology of short stories and poems about a demonic plague that threatened to overrun the continent of Isan, back before when the land was still one. While the works were originally from different authors, they all mention to some degree a portal where creatures could access Isan. It is theorized that in closing the portal, the land of Isan was ripped apart, thus leaving us the 19 islands that make up the shards of Isan that exist today. Mm-hmm. Thaddeus, you've been to those, actually. You're familiar with them. This book comes from the libraries here in Cheddar and is missing several chapters from the original text. The works are considered fiction, and so in order to make the stories more appealing, chapters of the more boring content seem to have been removed. I believe that some of these chapters have detailed information about how the portal was closed. Unfortunately, I am not the only one that has come to this conclusion. Carl, the halfling archer and second lieutenant to Douche, has come to the same conclusion. It is said that he has been rejected from the collective just 2 days past. The reports state that he was looking to access the library there to acquire the complete works of The Unbridled Wrath and the Portal of Mount Obix. He first tried bribery with 2 of the collective guards, but they betrayed him and he was chased away. The collective is a sub-city in Sadomar, in the Shrouded Stone Mountains. It is a very wealthy city, mostly composed of historians, religious sects, very skilled guards, engineers, and most dangerously, bankers. The collective is a very large vault of riches, magic items, and books. Many, many books. The Adventurers Guild is actually a customer to the collective, and we have our own vaults within the city. With that said, the city will not give us unlimited access to vaulted works. We need that collection of stories. We need it before Carl gets to it. I need you to go to the collective, acquire those books, and bring them back here for study. I have a contact in Sadomar that is gathering information and awaits your arrival. Go north to Sadomar, find the Global Adventure Guild division there, and meet with a gnome named Manny Vadito. Recover the text, and if the opportunity arises, dispatch Carl. Do you have any concerns or questions?
So we're going to be welcomed at this establishment?
At the collective?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we have vaults there.
And they'll probably let us into
Yeah, it's not like
GAG-Me's vaults, but
Yeah,
we
it's-
need to get into the other ones as well.
we'll need a good layout of the place then. Do they have any maps of the area more than the global map?
So we do not have any maps here. Part of my request to Manny before your arrival was to acquire what maps he could and find out what he could about the vault that contains that text, the Unbridled Wrath, and the portal of Mount Obix.
Okay. What can you tell us about this Manny DeVito?
He is actually one of several different gnomes that are from that area near Sadomar that has been a part of the GAG-Me guild for years. He's a good man, trustworthy. He'll help us out.
Cool.
He puts GAG-Me first.
Very good. You also say that Douche's sorceress temple has been spotted in the area nearby. Should we divert to that on the way?
If you come across her, dispatch her, yes, by all means. But, I mean, I wouldn't go out of your way. I believe Tim and Terry have it under control.
When was the last time you had contact with them?
Tim and Terry actually arrived back today to the barracks. They actually left a note for you. I don't know if you have talked to them, but I believe they left a note.
No, I haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, I think they asked you to go down to that new tavern in town, the one where Ingvald has set up shop. They wanted to chat with you before they left.
Oh, very good. Been meaning to go down there myself. Could use a good stiff drink.
Oh boy, there's stiff drinks down there. That apparently is the accent I'm going for.
That's the voice you picked, huh?
That is not what I meant to do, but it happened. And I think it's attainable.
That one escaped.
Was that Australian? What the fuck was that? Down there? No, I don't know. How did I do that?
I don't know.
I don't know how to do
roll
this.
with it.
You got to keep it now.
Hey, if it's natural,
I'm going to have to
roll.
keep it up.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. I can do that. I can get you do that for longer than I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
You're good.
Where is this place we're going?
Oh, it's right here. It's in the mountains. Look, you look at my computer. Collector's right there.
Oh, you can zoom in way farther than I can on my phone.
For those of you listening, you can find this map on our Facebook page.
Well, it doesn't zoom
And
in,
Fool's
though.
Quest. Where'd you say the evil lady's at?
Temple?
Yeah, that one.
She's near Cheddar somewhere.
She's somewhere in the area.
Oh, so she's
We don't
closer to
know
us than there.
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's different. Okay, well, damn.
Yep, but Carl was up near the collective.
Is that the fucking llamas with hats guy? Is that what we pulled in Danny DeVito and the fucking llama with hat.
Manny DeVito.
Manny
Oh, it's-
Vadito.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that guy. You know, Danny DeVito does a lot these days. You could probably just pay him to be on the show at this point.
That would be amazing.
Might just do it for like a fucking dozen eggs boiled. Who fucking knows anymore?
Dozen eggs. We pay Danny DeVito in eggs.
He fucking likes eggs. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Look it up on the internet. It's true.
Why wouldn't you like eggs? Okay.
Back.
Yes, back. Chuck. What other questions do you guys have?
Will it be supplied with any horses? That was Scottish this time.
All over the
He's
place.
all over the...
It's going to be a different... There we go. Different accent every time.
At this point, no, there are no horses here at the barracks, but if you would like to acquire some and stable them outside the city, you can own your own horses.
Always like a stable relationship.
Okay.
Boo.
There's the collective. Okay.
Yeah, it's in the mountains just above the Taver jungle.
East of Sadomar.
Got it. I think to the right, but yeah, east also works.
Oh, we're heading back up near Tavir.
Yeah, looking at this map, I don't realize how far we went up to go kick Douche's ass.
Yeah, we
It
did.
took you guys a long time to get
So
up
it's
there.
like looking at him like, oh yeah, we went through the jungle, some fucked mountains.
Yeah, you guys.
And then crossed the fucking desert
Yeah, that whole Savasi desert.
Yeah,
like,
to Maraxi's tower across from Charbosi's
I mean, you guys took a boat around and then you skirted the outskirts of the desert. You didn't actually go through the
Go
desert.
through the heart of the desert.
That's a big fucking desert.
Yeah. It is a big fucking desert. And
The fuck all huge desert, yeah.
the sands in the desert, like once you're a couple miles in,
It's like an ocean.
it's like an ocean. They move.
Yeah. If you go to
Yeah, we were whiny. We went around like, no.
if you guys will go to Subthermal's page on DeviantArt, you can actually zoom in and skirt around the map with a lot more clarity than the Facebook map.
That's for you guys. It's contextually hard to understand, but I'm talking to the people listening.
What? There's people listening.
Jesus, guys.
All right.
All right, well, here might be a pretty good spot to take a break. Welcome to Season 3.
We've gotten more sarcastic and a little bit drunker.
All right, and stop.
I gotta pee.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for more fun and daring adventure. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.